Good morning or afternoon, everyone. This is Chantel from Creations with Heart, and you may hear my little fur baby, Desiree. She likes to chime in every now and then. I have a project, another design team project here, and this one is inspired by Paul Ford. He has both a YouTube channel and a YouTube group, and his projects are not so frilly, meaning they can be used for masculine projects or for projects for women that you don't want a whole lot of bling on. However, you can always bling them up at any time. His projects are very easy, but they are really good and really easy to make, and you can do a lot with them. So I really enjoy his makes. This is a memory box that he created, or that he created on his channel, and the idea is that you look through the window to see what's in the box. Now, where I deviated a little bit was I decided to make mine a shaker lid. And my box is made a little differently, but it's still the same concept, a really cool concept. The paper collection that I used, and so did he, was the Stamperia Amazonia. I used 8x8s and 12x12s. And then I also used the clear die cut, or the acetate die cuts. I love the color saturation in the acetate die cuts. And then you'll see that I also used some of the chipboard die cuts. And the reason for that is because I wanted the change to look like depth, like seeing through to the back to something. There's different layers the way the light hits items. So I wanted that. So let's start with the top. This bird is actually, let's see how we can tip this. There we go. 3 acetate birds with black foam tape separating them. And same thing with the jaguar. And then the butterfly has 2. And my main purpose was just to create depth. The snake, I fussy cut around him. And the snake's eye, I don't know if I can get it to pick it up, but he has a topaz stone for his eye. There's a black diamond stone for the macaw's eye. And the jaguar has a topaz stone for the eye. And I also put some glossy accents on the snake to make him shine a bit. And if you just keep looking at this, there's more and more and more to see. Just like in a jungle back here, there's a spider sitting on a palm leaf. And here's a butterfly. And there's a flower in there. And some of the shakers are little ladybugs. So each time you look, I'm hoping you'll see something different, see more. When you flip up the side, there is a charm that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I just couldn't resist because it just seemed perfect. On the sides, I used, there's a stencil that goes with this set. Well, actually, there's more than one stencil. But I used this particular stencil and stenciled on some of the leopard pattern and one of these prints. And then use some deco foil and the foil that you use with adhesive. We wait for it to dry for a few moments and you rub it on and you pull it off. And so that's what I did on both sides. And on the back, one of the pages has a sloth, and he's just so cute. So there's my little sloth. And that's the page that wraps all the way to the bottom. And I deliberately left the bottom so that a note or something can be written. The feet are graphic 45, and they have little stones in them which you can barely see. Just a little bit of bling. I am a bling girl. I like bling. I will always add bling. And then of course, as you look through, you see the jaguar's face peering through the jungle. Now, when you open this up, right here is the word memories, because it is a memory box. When you close it, you can't see it. That's deliberate. And this particular die is a Cool Katz die. and they have several dies, but this one specifically is the memories and the photographs, and it comes with a pocket set, a 3D pocket set. Those are some cool dies. I guess that's why they call them Cool Katz, and you really should check them out. You open this up, and I decided to put an opener in mine. So this is just something I got off of Amazon, and it's a toy box or a jewelry box holder. It just holds the lid in, and the shaker is in the inside, and then you begin going on the inside and seeing the parts, and that's the actual part of what you see through the window. And I decided to put a little bit of glossy accents on his eyes and his nose. I put 2 layers on the eyes just for a tactile feeling. And in here, the person will be able to tuck memories. So this is a little simple folder. He uses a wrap. I decided to use magnets. Then here's a book. This is the memories. And in here, there's a pocket, so the toucan actually breaks up and it's a pocket. If you don't put anything there, then you see the whole toucan. And there's a butterfly there. I like the idea of just continuing to find things like you would in the jungle. You never see everything. So when you open this up, there's a pocket over here. And these are some of the journal cards that come in the collection. This was 12 by 12. And we're going to move the box out of the way for a moment. And what I have here is, this is a waterfall card, except this waterfall pulls out. So that the person can go, sit down, watch TV, and put their pictures in here. They can also place something here. There's a magnet and it'll hold it in for them. And then when they go back, sorry about that. Someone has a button where she can request a toy or a treat, and I forgot to pull them up. So she's really going to be whining here in just a moment. So then they can just take and tuck it right back in there. And now they have a folder that you can take it to work and at lunchtime or something and put your pictures in there. So that's the next piece that's in the box. The next item in the box is a Folio 2. It's called that because it is a photo play Folio 2. I'm not going to pull all of this out, but they come in white or black. This is a white one here. This is the black one. And you put it together, and their instructions are on the inside. Well, let me just show you the instructions. They're very simple and easy to put together. So it comes like this, and you open it up, and the instructions are all on the inside. Kit assembly instructions, and you just go straight down step by step. I put together 3 of them now, and they're quite easy to put together. Everything's in there. I've never had one to have any missing, and including the magnets are in there for the closure. So they make for quick items in the memory box. And of course, it's not how you put it together necessarily, it's the paper that you put on it that's going to bring the character. So first thing you see is there's a stone right here, and those stones are the Satin crystals, Prima, and there's one down here. And then when you open this up, you see the Jaguar again. On the side, there's the photographs die. And I did deviate slightly, and I added to the back of the folio, because you can still change it up, I added a pocket where items can be tucked. So I just went to the back and added that, and I didn't make any other changes. Now, on the inside, that looks rather weird. You see it's a curve, and it's a cut-in, and the cut-in is a Cool Katz die, curved pierced pocket slots. This is one of their newer ones. And the dies look like this. And you get 4 of them. Cool Katz curved pierced pocket slots. And what you do is you just run it through your die cut machine and it gives you this curve. And you'll notice you actually don't see it right off the bat, because the piece that comes out of it, you have the option of gluing it back in to make the slot disappear. You'll see I decided to change papers. So there's a different paper underneath that I decided I didn't want. And you can't tell that because I put that item back in there. And so this just made this page on the folio where I can do more with it. And I just put these in this morning, so they're not quite formed yet. And as you see, you just slide the items back in there. And so places where you're just putting larger pieces of paper, you can make them dual purpose because they now have pocket slots. There's a butterfly, one of the acetate butterflies, and so there's pockets all through here. There's another pocket right there that I didn't even put anything in, which means I didn't train the paper. There we go. And so it allows you to do more because the original pocket that goes with this is right here. That's the one that comes in the set, and I added 3 more pockets to it. Flip it. This one I already had the page down, so I couldn't cut, but I would have cut some slits in there too. This is a pocket that comes in there. This angle pocket comes as part of that folio. And you keep flipping, and they're quite easy to put together, quick. It even has a waterfall in it. Now, all of this comes pre-cut already, except for, of course, the paper and that's the Cool Katz die. And so these two sides mirror each other. Another pocket here, and then an opening to keep larger items and mats. And this is where the magnet goes. Actually, that might not be where the magnet goes. I think the magnet actually, yes it does. The magnet does not go on the closure. I added an extra set of magnets. And then you'll notice I made certain that where this magnet landed, this magnet would also land to keep this out of the way while you're opening and closing. Sometimes these things get hung and they get torn or something. So I just made certain that the polarity was the same so that it would hold that out of the way for me. And that is the closure for the whole thing. So in just a moment, we will close it all. You'll pull that up. And now, wait a minute, I don't have that wrapped right. Let's try that again. There we go. And now it's closed. And so I added a magnet here and added a magnet here. And then the magnet that they give you, I believe, if I remember correctly, is for in here. And then there's one more piece that I added. I already had this, well actually there's 2 more, but I added this. The Cool Katz dies were not here at the time that I did 80% of this album, and so I had to play with them some. So this is the Memories one with the gold and green. Here's the photographs, and then I cut the slots in. And this is how they look if you don't put the pieces back in. You will see the paper underneath. And there's 3 of the 4 sizes right there. And there's even some cut on this side. So you can put rather large pieces in here. There's another piece here. And so the person doesn't have to glue or tape items down. You can put mats or items they journal on these, and they can just slide them in and out and change them as they want. Let's not put that upside down. It'll drive me crazy. And so this side first, this side. And I did not put a magnet on that. I didn't think it was necessary because it's rather flat. And so, and then the last piece in the memory box is another. It's kind of a book holder so that the person can make journal entries or write memories. And so I just took a regular notebook, a cheap, I believe school had started, so I got one that was on sale. And I used, in this particular case, Tonic Studios Specialty cardstock, because I thought that color went with what I was using. And I just covered the inside and the outside of the book, and then I put a gusset there, and I also pull a pull tab right there. I just put a tab right there in order to be able to make it easier to get the book in and out of the pocket. And if they don't want to put the book in there, they can put something else in there and just leave the book, because it's also covered and it's pretty. And so then you're all the way to the inside, and once again there is the jaguar. So even if you don't have that page in, the jaguar is still peeping through the jungle, and I think that is a perfect way. And he really looks like he's peeping through there because he's so far back. This was a really cool project, and I'd like to thank Paul Ford and Maggie and Kay from Cool Katz and the design team that I'm on. I really enjoy doing this. I hope you've enjoyed the project, and I will put links to everything. I even cut some extra ones just to place in the box so the person can put these where they want. Have a good day.